live on your tablet, phone, and the KUTV app. This is 2 News Live.
Thanks for joining us on 2 News Live. I'm Brian Schnee. We are live outside downtown Salt Lake City tonight. I'm going to walk and talk, hopefully without, taking a little spill here on 2 News Live. Thanks for being with us. We're going in depth tonight on maybe what you see here. We haven't had any fresh snowfall yet in downtown Salt Lake City, but other parts of the state are definitely seeing those snow squalls move through. We're going to get into our snow coverage, our team coverage, coming up in just a minute here. As we go in depth tonight, you can always get in touch with us throughout the show. You could use the hashtag 2NewsLive to join our conversation. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, any of those platforms there to weigh in. We'd love to hear from you. It is a first alert weather day. The snow is moving in just in time for the evening commute. A live look from 3/4 of your screen in Logan, because this is packed a punch rather quickly. High winds, heavy snow, a recipe really for dangerous, potentially disastrous conditions on some of our roads. We will be showing you hopefully some live cameras throughout the next 20 minutes or so. Happy to have meteorologist Trent Parker here with us on 2 News Live with a look at our first alert forecast. Not bad in Salt Lake, but nope. Just head north.
Yeah, and the winds are picking up right now, as you can tell outside. It's coming out of the southwest, but up in the north, it's coming out of the northwest, and it's coming in high and heavy. We're seeing winds up to 45 miles an hour right now in Cache County, and those whiteout conditions. Things are going to change here over the next hour or so, Brian, definitely.
What are you taking a look at?
Well, the first thing that we're taking a look at, of course, is these snow squalls. So we do have some snow squall warnings out there, and you're probably wondering, what is a snow squall? Even though we've been covering this over the last couple of days, well, it's a sudden onset of snow and wind, and it's these really intense bursts that don't last a whole length of time, but they do put an impact on quite the road conditions out there. And it's not just the slush and the snow on the roads with that quick freeze, it's also the whiteout conditions. You can barely see maybe 2 car lengths ahead of you, and these rapidly deteriorating road conditions are really what we're concerned about tonight, especially as people are heading home from work or maybe heading to a friend's house. Hopefully you're not making any kind of extra plans tonight. And like I said, really short duration, usually lasting less than 2 hours, but normally right around 30 minutes to 60 minutes. So we've got these 2 time frames that we're most concerned about. The first one is today, Tuesday, right now through about midnight, and that's mostly affecting northern and central Utah. And then we've got another storm that rolls in Wednesday, and that time frame is really going to be from noon on Wednesday to very early Thursday morning, and that's more of a statewide storm. So we do have this cold front right now pushing into northern Utah, and that snow squall warning is what you see outlined in light blue right there. As we take a closer look towards Ogden, there's that line of snow, and it's actually really starting to pack closely together. We've even seen some reports of maybe some graupel or some hail. We've got potentially some lightning associated with this snow squall. So this one snow squall right now continues through about 6:15, and that pushes as far south as about Farmington. Right now here in Salt Lake County, as we look up, just some clouds, not a whole lot of snow falling right now, but we are seeing potentially a couple light flurries popping up towards the southern end of Salt Lake County. And over the next couple of hours, those snow showers and snow squalls will really start to set in, especially between, let's say, the next hour and between 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight. And then we'll see some light snow showers lasting into the overnight hours, with those temperatures bottoming out in the low 20s. Lows tonight in the upper teens in Provo, 11 in Nephi, so some really cold air, especially where we don't have that cloud cover. 14 up in Logan, though. And tomorrow we'll be in the 30s again, low 30s at that, 32 in Ogden, 33 in Provo, 40 in Delta, and 45 in St. George, with that snow kicking back in, especially across the western half of the state. So here's the latest high-resolution future track. As you can see, that band of snow pushing towards Salt Lake County right around 7 o'clock. Utah County and Provo closer to 8 or 9 o'clock. That's when we'll likely see the heaviest snow. And then even some snow showers for Price as we head through the late overnight hours. Even some snow showers lingering here across Salt Lake County. And when things start to dry out as we head towards Wednesday morning, but then the snow showers fill right back in, especially right around that lunch hour. So that's another one that we're going to be watching. Future snowfall amounts between now and tomorrow morning, generally light, but again, it's all about the impact, 1 to 4 inches. And then tomorrow, a little bit of a bigger storm. We're looking at maybe 2 to 5 inches here across the Wasatch Front, and then the numbers in the mountains are just going to be astounding. We're looking at 25 inches up at Alta by Thursday morning. And here's the key. If you're headed to the Denver Nuggets and Jazz game Wednesday night, that's tomorrow night, tip-off's at 8 o'clock, you might be running into those snow squalls, especially as you head towards the game. And then away from the game, snow showers as you head out, and temperatures are going to be really cold. So make sure you're planning your travel safely as you head to the Delta Center tomorrow night, and I just saw a snowflake fall right in front of my face here in downtown Salt Lake City, so it seems like it's about to start up. St. George, 7-day forecast, looking like we're going to be in the 40s, 41 on Thursday, with a chance of some overnight snow showers into the very early morning hours. And then we've got another storm rolling in late weekend that could bring a couple spots of drizzle, but otherwise pretty quiet down in southern Utah. Then we've got first alert weather days Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Things look to dry up as we head towards the early part of next week. But Brian, heavy snow for the meantime and snow showers when it is pretty quiet, especially on Thursday. It looks like just some light snow, but it's going to be cold enough that any kind of that light snow will start to stick. And yeah, you can put your hand out and feel a couple of those snowflakes falling right now, Brian.
I'm hoping I get one. Just missed. Just missed. Good effort. It's just happening.
Yep, and
it's moving in here.
It's going to turn on quick in a second here once things get going.
Okay, let's stall and see just how much it picks up here in a second. Okay. Good forecast. A lot to keep an eye on tonight, obviously, and keep it locked with 2 News throughout the evening and throughout really the course of the next week. I mean, as things stay active, you guys are looking at long-term active weather, right?
Exactly, yeah. There's no real signs in the next 2 weeks that things are going to slow down, so we're going to continue this active winter weather at least for the next week, if not more.
Thank you, Trent. Remember to download our 2 News weather app to know about those changes in your neighborhood. You can get updated forecasts, some live radar right on your phone. The app is free to download. Continuing our team coverage tonight, we're going to head back out and about. I'm assuming north of here, I-15. I was keeping track of where Ariel Harrison was at in the mobile weather lab. She joins us live now here on 2 News Live. Ariel, where are you at? I'm assuming starting to see some of those adverse driving conditions there where you're at on the road right now.
Well, Brian, we're in Brigham City. We've been hanging out in the downtown area, and check this out. We have some cute ballet dancers that are staying inside because there's this squall that's coming through. So they're warm inside. They're smart staying off the roads. Look at our view here in Brigham City, downtown area. This squall has come through just in the last 10-15 minutes, really. The wind became extremely intense. The road, believe it or not, was not covered like this 10-15 minutes ago. It is now completely covered. We've seen snowplows coming through. The commute, or just even in downtown, going maybe a little bit slower, obviously, a lot slower, I should say, than freeway speeds. You're going to have to really slow down because this is what happened just in the last few minutes. I was outside the weather lab shooting elements for things needed in newscasts coming up later tonight, and as the squall moved in, and it just, the wind is powerful, it's strong, it takes your breath away, and even just it slammed the car door shut. It was intense, and so that's the conditions that are coming through the area right now. Whether you're in a vehicle or outside, you want to just be smart, be safe. That these things are no joke. Again, I think the technical term is a squall. We definitely experienced that. So Box Elder County getting hit with that now. We're going to safely make our way to I-15 as we navigate these treacherous conditions. I don't feel the wind moving our vehicle now, but that definitely wasn't the case just a few minutes ago. So this thing is fast moving. A live look just at a different part of downtown Brigham City, beautiful area. So just take it slow. We're going to head to I-15, hopefully give you some additional looks later. But Brian, I'll send things back to you for now.
All right, Ariel, as always, thanks for being in the brunt of this, but also to you and your photographer there behind the wheel. Please take it easy, take it slow. No risks tonight in the mobile weather lab, please. Let's continue our team coverage right now as the squalls move through the state of Utah. Really part of a 1, 2, 3 punch with certain storms moving through the state over the next week. We just saw that in Trent's forecast. Let's head to Davis County now. Christian Sita is live there. Christian, I know you were out there earlier. You've been there since the roads were really dry. There wasn't much happening. Has it changed where you're at?
Yeah, that's right, Brian. We're here in Davis County tracking that storm, and the roads are clear. They are dry. Traffic is smooth. We have not seen snow here. We did experience a few flurries around 4:30, but since then we have not seen much. Again, what we can feel and see is that wind. As you can tell by the hair, it is windy out here. It is cold, 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 but the commute is really smooth so far. Forecasters do recommend that you do check the road conditions before heading out, but at the moment, things here in Davis County are really smooth.
All right, Christian, thank you very much. The hair looks good. Don't change a thing. Let's head south now. south of Salt Lake City. There was a concern for squalls to move in this area into Utah County about 7 o'clock tonight. And as we are right now looking throughout the state, looking at that band that was moving through, really just went northwest, piling in here to the state through Box Elder County on the opposite side of the Great Salt Lake, and moved in rather quickly as we saw the conditions there with Ariel Harrison and Brigham City. So let's head to Daniel Woodruff, who is live in Utah County tonight. Daniel, any movement where you're at? I know you were out with some of the public works crews today, kind of just recapping where things were last year to where we are this year at this point.
Yeah, right here in Utah County, Brian, it is, as Christian said, cold and a little windy. We're in Lehi now. We've moved up from Provo, but as of yet, we have not seen any precipitation really to speak of. Earlier today, we were with the crews in Provo at the Public Works building. They have a big pile of salt there for the roads. They were loading up one of the trucks. They were getting ready for the storm tonight and the storms that are expected later this week. We spoke with one of the officials there, and he told us that last year, obviously, in that very intense winter, they used a lot of road salt. This year, they've only had a couple storms to speak of, but they are preparing for tonight's and for others where they expect to be out in full force. I learned something new. I'm from Provo. I grew up there, and I learned that there are 600 miles of lane highways that they plow for, or highways, that's not the right term, lane roads that they plow every storm. And it takes them about 24 hours totally to get the streets all clear, depending on the size of the storm. So they've got that truck you see there filled up, and others they'll have, and they'll head out whenever it starts to snow tonight, which, as you heard from Trent earlier, is about 8 o'clock or so here in Utah County.
Daniel Woodruff live in the Utah County area tonight, moving throughout the county, checking things out, and obviously keeping us informed as things move in later on this evening. Daniel, thank you, and safe travels back home after that. So I want to turn to another part of our team coverage. I will be part of this team now because I did speak with some folks in Weber County. Last night there was a rescue in the backcountry outside of Powder Mountain. Of course, it's incredible video, but it highlights a much bigger message as these storms are starting to move in. Take a look.
10 foot and on the ground in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you're good.
Powder Mountain ski patrollers responded down to her, made sure she didn't have any injuries, and the decision was made to hoist, contact the Department of Public Safety, hoist her out of there. One of the issues we had was the time of day, the temperatures. It was 9 degrees in the parking lot, and then weather was coming in, and the area that she was in is uncontrolled, and it's high avalanche terrain. First and foremost, if you're going into the backcountry, whether you're at a going to go off property at a resort or nearby, is know the avalanche forecast. Right now we're in a moderate as of today. People can find that information out. Utah has an avalanche center. Go to the website, utahavalanchecenter.org. When you go, have a plan. Make sure you don't go by yourself, and communicate your plan. A lot of these backcountry venues, if you will, are thousands of acres. So communicate your plan to family or friends. Make sure that you have a beacon, probes, and shovels. And know how to use them, right? Make sure if one of your buddies were to get involved in an avalanche, that you are capable to use your beacon to help find them. Carry some food and water, way to start a small fire to keep warm, and the biggest thing is layer, and take additional layers if you need them. If you find yourself having to stay overnight, you need additional warm clothing. Want to be prepared with that. From the search and rescue aspect, if you know you're in trouble, reach out. We like to get an earlier start than later, right? Our volunteers love what they do. They're professionals in the field, and we're here to help you. So if you need the help, please call.
Let's take another live look from our mobile weather lab. Boy, is it nuking there in Box Elder County That is a snow squall to the T. You can see it there. And you know, Trent, you and I have been talking about this. I mentioned to you, this is what I experienced living in New England. Conditions kind of like this from time to time. I'm not unfamiliar with those really fast moving squalls that move through, dump a couple of inches in almost an hour or even less, with those really high winds, decreased visibility, dangerous conditions there. Obviously, we are on the roads for you. Keep that in mind. Trying to make sure our crews are staying safe too. You can see it. They're in the slow lane, taking it easy there in Box Elder County. But boy, if you don't have to be out, that's just a good reminder. Maybe, you know, tweak your travel plans around the forecast. Let's take another live look from one of our UDOT cameras as well. Brigham City, yeah, right where they just were for our conversation with Ariel Harrison. You could see the traffic moving probably, you know, from the work commute tonight. Snow starting to cover those surface streets there, and really in Cache County, Box Elder County, parts of Weber County now, you can imagine that conditions are really starting to take a turn. We're getting some light flakes here in downtown Salt Lake City, and things will take a change here in this area coming up shortly. But if you see a good weather shot or capture a cool moment, we would love to see them. You can always share it with us by using our Chime In tool. It is indeed a tool for us. It is a tool for you to get your pictures on the air or on our website. You can send these to us in the Chime In feature in our app. That is the 2 News mobile app, which is free to download, also on our website, KUTV.com. And always a reminder that you can find KUTV's 2 News Live on your phone, your tablet, your computer. Stream those newscasts in that mobile app we just mentioned, Stir, News On, also on YouTube. Best way to check out all of the things you missed is on our YouTube channel by going to the live section. Download those apps, the Apple App Store or Google Play. Meteorologist Trent Parker here, sticking it out with me here in downtown Salt Lake City. Honestly, relatively comfortable, no complaints, and we're just starting to get some light flurries here.
Yeah, especially compared to what Christian and Ariel are seeing up just to the north of us. I mean, you can't complain. The wind's not going nearly as strong as it is for them, but right around 7 o'clock here in Salt Lake County, that's when we can expect it. And if you're downloading the 2 News app, if you're chiming in, might as well download that weather app as well. Then you can track these snow squalls and this band of snow move through live on our radar there on the 2 News app. Go ahead and download it right now.
The weather app has been popular in 2023, by the way. Downloads are up, so you should be one of those. If you're not downloading the 2 News weather app, you're doing it wrong. What is it, the Follow Me feature?
Yes,
that you can
exactly.
select the pinpoint there
and
to know as you travel about?
Yep, and allow your location services on your phone to just follow wherever you are, and it gives you a little pinpoint forecast, especially for where you are.
Thanks for joining us for 2 News Live. Lots more ahead in terms of our coverage of the storms as they move through the state, specifically northern and central Utah tonight, and then really statewide concerns later on with our next batch. So keep it locked here with 2 News, on air, online, also streaming on the device of your choice. Have a great night. Make good choices on the roads as always. We'll see you tomorrow.